Okay, let's go ahead. Number one, which of the following is a cause of pollution on the Yangtze River? Is it from automobile exhaust from cars, from monsoons or massive rainstorms, or from the agricultural runoff, meaning chemicals from farms going in? What would it be? Number two, what is an effect of pollution on the Yangtze River? Meaning, what happens because the river is being polluted? Is it that fish caught for food can make people sick? Is that people have difficulty breathing because of the pollution on the river? Or the river is drying up and water is going away? Number three, which of the following is a cause of pollution on the Ganges River? What's creating pollution on the river? People bathe in the river, people dump human waste from there, or all of the above? Number four, which of the following are causes of air pollution in India and China? What's creating air pollution in India and China? The dumping of human waste and agricultural runoff, monsoons and typhoons, or burning of fossil fuels and automobile exhaust, meaning burning of chemicals and car emissions or car exhaust. Number five, which of the following is an effect of air pollution in India and China? So what is happening because there's air pollution? Is it creating respiratory or breathing and lung diseases? Is it causing fish in the rivers to be unsafe to eat? Or is it creating animals, or is it causing animals to disappear? What is the reason or the effect of it? Number six, what is the major cause of flooding in India and China? Why does India and China have flooding issues where there's a lot of water? Is it because the rivers are being used for religious purposes or reasons? Waste is being dumped into the rivers? Or monsoons, meaning heavy rain? Number seven, what is an effect of water pollution in the Ganges rivers? What is happening because the water is polluted in the Ganges River? Are many plants and animals dying? The water is not safe to drink? Or all of the above? Number eight, according to the map, so look at the map, which of the following cities has the highest annual precipitation, meaning it has the highest rainfall annually? Go ahead, make sure you're looking at your numbers, okay? Notice 250 to 2,000, okay? So you want to look for the highest, this color. What city? Is it Seoul, Hong Kong, or Beijing? Which one has the highest? Number nine, according to the land use and resources map below, how is most of Japan's land used? So you're looking at Japan, and you were looking at how is most of the land used. So look over here, and what colors do you see the most for Japan? Okay, so you got to find Japan. And what do you see? Go ahead and look. Is it mostly used for commercial agriculture or farming, primarily forest land, forests and trees, or nomadic herding? Number 10, why does the pollution of the Ganges and Changjiang rivers have such a big impact on the people of India and China? Why is it affecting so many people in India and China, this pollution? Is it because the rivers are the main transportation source for people from both countries? People use the water strictly for irrigation or water for farms? Or millions of people depend on water from the rivers for daily living? Number 11, which is true about where people live in relationship to the riverbanks? So where people live, what's the connection between them and the riverbanks? The Ganges River has a lot of people around it, but the Huanghe Yellow River does not. The Yangtze and Okay. Is it that the Yangtze Huanghe rivers has a lot of people around it, but the Ganges does not? Or all of the following rivers are heavily populated, the Huanghe and the Ganges? What is true about the rivers and the relationships of people around it? Number 12, which of the following is true about where people live in relationship to the coasts of bays and seas? So what is true about where people live in regards to the water? People do not live near the bays and the coasts and are concerned about typhoons. People do live in high numbers near the bays and the coast because there's a source of fresh water there. Or people live in high numbers near the bays and coasts because there's sources of foods, jobs, and pleasant climate. Number 13, which of the following is true about the relationship between where people live and the deserts? Only a small number of people live near the desert because the weather is unpleasant, food is scarce, meaning not a lot of food, and water is difficult to find. People live in moderate, meaning medium numbers, because it is warm and they can find adequate water. Or C, people live there in medium numbers, although the weather is unpleasant, meaning not good, and there's not much water. Number 14, which statement best explains why the Ganges River pollution continues? The population growth and industrial waste is too much for cleanup, meaning that there's so much waste that it's too much to clean up. The treatment plants are too much money to build to try to fix it. Are the rivers just too long to try to clean it? What is the best reason why it continues?